Why is Luigi being charged as a terrorist while school shooters never are? Is a question I've seen people asking a lot on TikTok. And if you are asking that question just rhetorically, or just asking the question as a way of pointing out how frustrating it is to have to see government and policing institutions be so aggressive with Luigi when his motivations are so understandable and relatable, while they simultaneously treat school shootings as like, just one of these facts of life, then I'm 100% on board with you. I get you. You and I are on the same page. But if you are honestly asking the question, like you just really want to know why Luigi is getting this weird like terrorism kicker, it probably has a lot to do, if not like entirely to do, with this weird way that homicide law works here in New York. Okay, so here in New York, in order to prove murder in the second degree, all the prosecuting attorney has to show is that you intentionally killed somebody and it wasn't in self-defense and it wasn't an accident. So if they wanted to bring a second-degree murder case against Luigi, all they would have to say is, yep, Luigi was the guy who pulled that trigger, and it's done, open and shut. But here in New York, if you want to charge somebody with first-degree murder, with murder one, you have to say that not only did the suspect kill somebody, he killed somebody and one of these extenuating circumstances is in play. The list of extenuating circumstances that takes it from murder 2 up to murder 1 is actually kind of long. For example, if you kill a police officer on duty, that makes it first degree murder. Same for firefighters, paramedics, healthcare providers, killing a witness for another trial, killing somebody while you are committing another crime, torturing somebody before you kill them automatically makes it murder 1, and a killing as an act of terrorism. Now, we don't actually know what's going on in any of these lawyers' minds. They don't call press conferences to give away their defense or offensive strategy. But what might be going on is just the state's attorneys didn't want to charge it as second-degree murder. They say, we have to find some way of making this a first-degree murder. And they went through the list, and if you go through the list yourself, there's nothing that kind of makes sense with the facts of the case that we know as is right now, except for the terrorism. But the terrorism is going to be kind of a stretch. New York has its own legal definition of terrorism, which means New York State is going to have to prove that Luigi did what he did to try to intimidate or coerce the civilian population. I don't know if that's going to work. Influence the policy of the government, or to affect the conduct of the government. And as of right now, we really don't know of any specific governmental legal policy goals that Luigi had in mind. Like, if I were Luigi, I would just say, yeah, I don't care if we have a Medicare for all system. I don't care if we just have private health insurance that's better regulated. All I wanted to do was punish this guy for all of the pain that he's caused in the world. I just wanted there to be justice and retribution and vengeance. And if he says that, he kind of just beats the murder 1 rap. Like, he still will go down for the myriad of other charges. They charged him with like 20-something counts of stuff. He still will go down for actually pulling the trigger, but he beats the murder 1 rap. So yeah, the terrorism kicker is probably only there so the state can take this from a murder 2 to a murder 1. But the terrorism kicker is kind of the easiest thing to weasel out of. All you have to do is say, yeah, I mean, I just killed the guy because I didn't like the guy. I didn't care what governmental policy came of it. And now it's like no longer terrorism as defined by New York state law.